We are friends, digging each other, taking time to talk it over.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Can you taste that, Will?
Nope.
What is it?
It's coffee. So I eat less.
That's amazing. You're gonna lose some weight. I'm gonna lose. I lost weight.
I lost a little bit,
Yep.
you know.
Looking good. How come we all sound so sick? Oh, could it be that we're actually Corona homies now?
Well, we asked
So
for it.
we asked for it. All we wanted to do was go to work, and then bam.
Ugh,
It's amazing how many of my friends who aren't comedians are like, "Man, you shouldn't have done that."
I know.
When they're actually going to work, I'm like, "Yo, you go to work. You could catch this shit anywhere." That's
Mhm.
the thing that's the thing I learned. This shit got so real for me. You guys know my
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, but tell the
could catch-
listeners. I want to
Yeah,
know.
we should probably do the full story of what happened because no one
Yeah,
really
Jason's got
knows,
the
other
real
than-
story.
Other than
Oh,
Jason's
man.
Instagram, yeah.
I was on the front lines, baby. I got hospitalized.
Oy.
I took to Instagram a couple days ago and did a live and just kind of told the story about going to the hospital. So basically, let me look at what date that was. What's today's date? Today's the
the
13th.
13th.
So on the 4th, on February 4th, I got late night 4th, early morning 5th, basically in the middle of the goddamn night. I got rushed to the hospital in an ambulance.
Ugh.
Yeah, I got my back went out, and to the point where it was debilitatingly painful. I was spasming with every little movement,
Ooh.
and I couldn't get up. I couldn't go to the bathroom, nothing. I couldn't do anything. So it was scary. So I needed to call 911. So 911, I called 911, and the paramedics and the fire department come, and they put me in an ambulance, and they take me to the hospital, which was, that whole thing was crazy because, you know, my house is a little bit of an older house. It's like, it was built in 1950. So the doorways and the hallways are a little narrow. So imagine getting my 200-pound, 6'2" frame on a stretcher out of the bedroom into the hallway through the kitchen. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the same time, every time I moved,
Oof.
it was like, when I say screaming pain,
Oh.
like the neighbors probably thought I was dying. And then my eyes would roll back in my head and I would pass out.
Oh, Jesus, from the pain?
Yep. It was crazy.
Oh, God.
What's that way, Jay? What's that like passing out from like the pain? Do you know what's happening? Are you like, oh, here we go, I'm gonna pass out, or are
Yep.
you just out?
Yep. And then you literally go, oh, it's like,
Oh.
it's your body defending you. It's basically
Yeah.
what it is. It's
Like
the
you're
same-
screaming too much. You're a man. Put him
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Put
yeah.
him
People
out.
are looking. People are looking.
Reset him. Reset him.
And then all I'm thinking, exactly, little reset. And then all I'm thinking is the neighbors are all outside. You know, first of all, when they pulled up, I could see through my bedroom window, the lights flashing. I'm like, this is going to be the most embarrassing thing ever.
Yeah.
Sweet. How funny is that? That's where I go. I'm not even.
What
I'm
time?
Like, this is going to be so embarrassing. It was probably like 3:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning. It was in the middle of the night. And so I get on they get me on this. They have to put a backboard under me in my bed and slide me onto that because I can't move. And I'm strapped to that thing. And then they get me out of the house onto a gurney in my front yard. And then they started treating me. And a lot of people on when I talked about it on my Instagram Live, a lot of people, there's a lot of armchair experts that are like, I don't know what the protocol with paramedics are where you live, but what they should have done was, hey, all of you, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut up.
I don't know what was going on. I was for all I know, they were doing all of the right things. I just don't remember. I mean, I did have stuff. I had needles in my arms and all that bullshit when I
Also, who gives a fuck? It's already over.
Also, what people don't realize is it's not a long. There's a hospital literally 5-minute or less drive from my house, and that's right where they took me. So it wasn't like I needed to be in this ambulance forever. And then, but then I get to the hospital, they get me out of the ambulance, and then you're in this triage thing outside under a tent and heat lamps and stuff because they got to figure out it's COVID. It's not a normal. Yeah. It's not a normal situation. They can't just wheel me in. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of protocol. And so then they find me a space in the emergency room when I get in there, and they ask me about COVID, and I said I'm actually waiting for a test that I took myself, because as everybody knows, Brent and I did a show, and when we flew back, United Airlines oversold this fucking flight we were on.
Yeah.
Like totally packed the flight out. So out of precautionary, I ordered a home test because I wasn't having symptoms. I didn't feel sick, but I'm like, I was just around so many fucking
It was
people. So
gross.
it was gross.
Yeah.
So I took the test, and before I can get the results from that test, I get rushed to the hospital in an ambulance. Then at the hospital, they tell me, now we have to give you a test. We're going to give you the COVID test, the one in the nose. Tickles, doesn't hurt. Everybody that whines about it is a baby.
Tickles.
But so I take their test, and then almost simultaneously, I mean, they let me hold on to my phone in my bed, in the ER bed. I get the notification on my phone from the test that I took that says positive, and then they come and they said, "Hey, by the way, you just tested positive for COVID." So now I get rushed to the hospital for my back issue, but now I'm being treated for the coronavirus at the same time, which almost is a blessing in disguise. Because of the back, I got sent to a place where I was getting the top
that's true.
treatment for COVID. I didn't have to wonder what to take. They got all of the stuff in me, the steroids, the all the vitamin stuff. Plus they had me on a morphine drip.
Woo, woo, woo.
I keep forgetting the name of the painkiller that was amazing. Morphine. It's just like, I'm fine. I'm okay. And then I sneeze and went, more. And then they wake me. They wake you up every 5 fucking minutes to poke you with something.
Just to poke you.
Yep, just the needles. They're like, "Hey, we got more needles. Wake up!" Twink. And every time you get poked, your body, every time anything like makes me move, I'm going full back spasms.
Oh yeah,
full back spasms every time. Yeah. So then it was every time you're moved from one bed to another bed, that's excruciating. And I would have to do that because while I was in the ER, before I was even admitted into the hospital, I visited the CAT scan. I got a CAT scan. You got to move on to that thing. CAT scan. I barely remember it because I was passing out. Then they take you off of that. Painful. Go back to the room. Okay, now we're going to wheel you in for an MRI. Cool. Wheel me in there. Get me on the MRI bed. Painful, crying little bitch. And just painful. And then get me off. And it's like a bunch of people have to slide you and pick you up. And so then I finally get all that done. And then in the ER, they wake me up and said, "Okay, you're going into a room. We're admitting you into the hospital." And then my first thought, of course, is, "Oh, cool." Because when I get to that room, guess what? They're going to have to get me off of this gurney onto another fucking bed. And it's going to be excruciatingly painful, which it was. So then I get into my room and they plug me into they put the heart monitors on me. They put the oxygen level monitor on me. They put me on IV, and I can't remember the name of the IV. It's the painkiller they put in your IV that's not morphine. It's another one, and it's like
Norco. Percocet?
No, Norco and Percocet are the pills.
Oh.
A couple of our friends that are like in the medical industry told me, and when I told them, they're like, "That's what you had?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like that's like you were taking heroin. It was next level. I'm like, "Yeah, it was bad." So I'm on that stuff, and then they're giving me the options of taking the Percocet and taking the Norcos, and the whole first night was just that, just pain. And I woke up on a Friday night, woke up there Friday morning, and I'm like, great. And then the next day, and then late Friday night, I got a roommate. They're like, "Hey, you got a roommate." And when I'm on drugs and like in pain, I'm not a very nice guy. So I really felt bad about my initial reaction.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, fucking great." I literally said that out loud.
Nice.
Because I was thinking, but what the thing is, I want to tell everybody, I'm not an asshole. I was thinking of that guy because he's now going to be disturbed by me screaming every 5 minutes. Like any movement, I would wake up in excruciatingly screaming pain, and it's going to suck for my neighbor.
Yeah.
So then I was trying to hold on to that. And then I realized the condition that he was in. He was in there solely because you have to understand, because I tested for coronavirus, they had to put me in the corona wing of the hospital.
Yeah.
Now I'm in a COVID wing. I'm like in a fucking the shit you see on TV, the shit you hear about, people in there fucking nobody's allowed to see you, people in there fucking dying alone. It was real, that shit.
Oh,
And this guy was in here just because he had coronavirus. And then they asked him what his underlying conditions were, and he's like, I have diabetes, I got cirrhosis of the liver. I'm like, oh my God.
fuck.
And every night he was hacking and calling the nurse. And then there was a minute when our nurse call button broke.
Oh,
And they have to keep, because it's a COVID wing, they, usually you're in the hospital, they keep the door cracked so that the nurses can look. Door's closed. Door is completely closed and obviously soundproofed, because I'm at one point yelling, nurse, nurse. No one's coming.
Wow.
No one's coming.
That's a literal night. That sounds like a nightmare.
That's a
An
nightmare.
actual nightmare thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was a nightmare. There was so many nightmares. Oh, back to the ER. There was a nightmare woman next to me that wanted to show the goddamn nurse all her family pictures and like this party that she was planning. So I started out loud going, you're not the only fucking person in here. Like everybody in the ER needs that nurse right now. Stop fucking monopolizing her time with your bullshit. And then she's in an ER at a hospital where people have coronavirus, and she's talking about this giant party that she's planning. She was the most annoying, and she's out loud ordering like expensive ass bottles of alcohol, like almost bragging. I'm like,
Yeah.
who is this fucking ghetto ass bitch doing this? You know what I mean? I was so fucking mad. And then out of nowhere, she starts singing Amazing Grace.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Amazing Grace. And I'm like, and good. So I was like, don't be fucking good after you.
Fucking good.
You know what I mean? Then another guy that was in another bay starts
Singing with
harmonizing
her?
it And I'm
Really?
like, you guys, this is shit they sing at funerals. Stop.
Yeah.
singing
Let's
Amazing
stop
Grace.
singing montages from a fucking drama that wins the Oscar.
Right. And then she leaves, and I was like, thank God. But anyways, now I'm back into the room, and it's Friday, and they're treating me. And then Friday night was horrible, rough sleep, couldn't sleep. They had to drug me up just to keep me sleeping. And then Saturday rolls around, and I finally get to see mind you, I get in there Thursday night. I didn't get to see a physical therapist until Saturday afternoon. And she comes in, and she's really sweet. And we try a couple exercises that just did not happen. I mean, first thing they wanted to do for some reason is they told me this on the phone too, when I was here waiting for the ambulance. And then they did it at the hospital. They wanted me to elevate my feet. That was the most painful shit.
Ugh.
Just them lifting my feet, everything was just like, oh, it was, dude, when I say, I can't even describe the way this pain was. It's like, it squeezes you. It's like electrocuting you. It's everything at the same time. It's just unbelievable. Somebody had compared it to like when women are in labor, having contractions. It was just awful.
And then Amazing Grace is playing right in the background while they're lifting your
Here
feet.
we fucking go.
We got you, baby. Amazing. Shut up.
So the one thing the physical therapist was able to get me to do is to pull my knees into my chest. You had to do a few times on each leg and hold it for a 10 count. But then when it was time to try both knees at the same time, fucking forget about it. Then at one point she tried bringing the bed up, because it's all electric. So she hit the button for it to move, and it was like, no, it was just okay. And then it was always like, okay, your body's not ready for that. Your body's not ready for that. I'm like, no, I'm not ready for that. And they're like, you can't go home until you can get up and walk on your own. I couldn't go home until I could get off the intravenous drug, because if I could take Percocet pills, they're fine. I could take that home.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I got to get through this. So the whole next day, I go, okay, so I'll see you tomorrow to the physical therapist. She goes, no, we're not going to be here until Monday. So I'm thinking I'm in the hospital till at least Tuesday or Wednesday. That's because nothing is on time. Never, ever, ever. The only thing that's on time is when they wake your ass up to poke you with fucking needles. That's the only thing that they do on time.
Tell the thing about you and needles, though, that for dealing with this as a warrior with all the back shit.
I'm a big baby when it comes to needles, right? So I finally get a night where I'm asleep. Like I finally fell asleep. 3:00 in the morning, the lights come on. Hello, we're here to take blood. And I'm like, I don't want to do it. And mind you, I'm having the worst pain I've ever had in my life. And now I'm afraid, because I already have one IV here. And I told her, just use this one. She goes, no, we're going to take it out of the other hand. I'm like, why? Oh, by the way, what I didn't mention is I'm also getting a shot in the stomach every single day.
Oh, that just fucking seems
Every day.
the worst.
Every day you have to have a shot in your stomach because you're not moving. So the shot is to prevent blood clotting.
Oy.
So that I won't blood clot. They come in every day and get, here's a shot in your stomach. Great. And guess what? When a needle hits my stomach, what do you think happens? My body flinches and my back fucking spasms. It was just nightmare. So then they wake me up to take these vials of blood. And I think it was, I'm not good at remembering this, but I think she took about 47 vials. Like, Jesus Christ. How am I even alive right now? So
you just grind by the time.
I start whining about, I became a baby. 3 a.m. I just woke up. I go, I'm scared. I told her I'm scared. I go, I'm afraid it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. And what she didn't realize is that it's going to hurt. But the reason I'm worried about the needle hurting is because I'm going to flinch. And if I fucking flinch, the back goes into full spasm. You know what she said? She said, okay, let me go get the baby needle. They went and got the little tiny one that they use for babies. And that's how they took blood out of my hand.
You baby Bates.
Oh, man. And she goes, you're really, she was like an Asian lady. She goes, you're really a baby, huh? And I'm like, ooh, if I wasn't back spasming.
I'd be sitting up Amazing Grace and you.
Yeah. But then the doctor, and then I had to fucking complain about my neighbor's nurse. My neighbor's nurse, okay, my nurse is this little tiny, wonderful woman. My neighbor's nurse is this giant fucking dude named fucking Chris.
Oh,
this guy, Chris, hey, what's up? CJ. What's up? I'm CJ. He would come, like, mind you, I'm next to the door. My neighbor's next to the window. So this guy would have to come by me every day to see his patient.
Yeah.
When I say he pounded into the room louder than anybody ever needs to enter a room every fucking time. And it was like, why are these people yelling at each other? No one was talking. They're all yelling. Hey, bud, you doing okay? Like, is he deaf or does he have coronavirus?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So every time this nurse came in, I would jump and go into full fucking spasm because he came in so loud and abruptly. So I finally told my nurse, I was like, I hate being this guy, but every time his nurse comes in, he scares the shit out of me and makes me jump out of a fucking sleep and my back spasms. Then the guy and that nurse apologized to me and I felt like an asshole.
Oh, really?
He goes, so sorry, bro. I over-caffeinated this morning.
Over-caffeinated? I mean, he sounds like a CJ.
Oh,
Fucking
he was such a CJ, dude.
CJs are ski instructors and fucking jack nurses. That's who they are.
And my doctor was so chill. My doctor was like, hey, buddy, you doing good? And like wanted a fist bump. And his doctor was in full hazmat and like wouldn't go up to the bed and stood way far back and yelled at him. And I'm just like, this is a nightmare. But I really felt the poor guy though, man. He kept calling his family and just reassuring them. He was being so good to he was like, no, I'm going to be fine. Don't worry. And I'm like, he's reassuring them because he was like, I can't breathe. At a lot of points, he was like yelling, nurse, I can't breathe. And it was just like, God, it was, dude. And laying there, because at that point, I just can lay there. I can't move around and look around and check. I'm just like, the most I could do is this.
Oh,
you know? So I'm just stuck. I'm stuck in a COVID nightmare. And then Sunday rolls around and I start moving on my own. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to beat this therapist to the punch. And I started moving my legs, doing my exercises. I lifted my knees up, rolled to the side a few times, got myself to where I could sit up in the bed, not on my own, but like have the bed put me in the sitting position.
Yeah.
Then I was able to throw my feet over the side of the bed at one point. And then I tried standing and I couldn't do it. So then I was like, that's enough. That's enough for the day. Because I'm peeing in a bottle every night. I'm not, excuse me.
And you didn't shit there, right?
Not one time. Not one. I made sure I didn't eat. I was like, I'm not eating anything because I don't want to have to shit. Because if I have to shit, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Or if you shit, you can have that fucking douchebag clean it up.
Yeah, right. Hey, CJ, got something for you in my bedpan. So I'm like, I got to get out of here. So then the Monday rolls around finally, and the doctor. At one point, the doctor comes in. I go, since I'm here, what can I get the vaccine?
Oh yeah.
And the doctor goes, you have COVID. He goes, do you understand if I give you the vaccine, it can kill you? You already have it. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Got it.
I would have done the same thing, by the way. I would have been
yeah.
like, hey, since we're here, you want to slip me that vaccine?
Yeah, seriously.
Man, do you not know how vaccines work? No,
Yeah, no,
I obviously
I'm a-
don't.
I'm a comedian, so
Yeah.
you're the doctor. Then on Monday, I got up, I stood up, I did the whole thing again where I got to the side of the bed and I took a deep breath and I fucking stood. And then as I'm standing, I thought to myself, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That was the first day I stood up in 5 days. That was the first time I had stood in 5 days. It was, so then I like turned in a circle and I was like, fuck yeah. Walked to the restroom, peed like a person in a toilet and not in a bottle. Because when you pee in that bottle, you got to turn to the side.
Yeah.
And luckily the bottle has a giant opening. So I was able to just,
Because you were able to fit it because of
I was able to drop that Long Beach in there. You know what I mean? Got that Long Beach long snake up in there. And then, all honesty, all the pee didn't make it in the bottle. I was pretty messy. Because you can't move. I was fucked.
Oh yeah.
But I'm finally able to pee in the toilet, wash my hands, wash my face because I hadn't showered or anything. And like I didn't even have hospital clothing on. I still have my stuff I wore at the house because they couldn't move me to change me. So I'm still in the same clothes.
Just wearing a Free Britney t-shirt. And just...
Wearing a Free Brit t-shirt, same underwear. Just bad.
And that underwear must have been fucking wild.
Oh, bro. Ripe.
Oh, God damn.
I threw them away. So I get to the standing position and then I do the whole thing. And then when I get back to my bed, I'm still standing. The doctor just walks in and he goes, whoa. I go, I'm up. And he looks at me and he goes, do you want to fucking go? He said it exactly like this. He goes, do you want to get the fuck out of here?
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
He goes, get out of here. I don't want you making me sick. And then he had me sit down and he like did a couple like tests on my back and pounded on it. And I was like, I'm fine. He goes, yeah, we're getting you out of here.
Awesome.
And he gave me what I forgot to mention is that I started rejecting the painkillers, the third on Saturday.
That's very impressive. I would have been carrying bags out under my arms. They would have been able to.
I can't do it. But yeah, I still kept the spasm medicine.
Yeah.
That shit was very necessary. But yeah, then I got home and
what kind of fear are you having at home though because of the back? Because of your COVID symptoms, you've been pretty good because of the steroids and stuff. But like
that fear of
fear,
yeah, I don't want it to go out again. Like that feeling that I had of that dude being a man or an able-bodied person, and then just being completely helpless.
Oh,
it's a fucking nightmare. It's a nightmare. I'm literally in the bed going, if somebody broke into my house right now, they're gonna just have to deal with Bugsy because I'm out. I'm out. Oh. But yeah, that sucks because Elaine tested positive. So
that's so annoying.
Yeah, we have.
How's she doing, by the way?
No symptoms. Very healthy as well. So no symptoms, just quarantining, and we're isolating from each other and quarantining after that. And then apparently, technically, Monday is my last day because the doctor, when I left the hospital, said quarantine for 7 more days, and that was Monday. So
okay, that's good to know.
My mom brought me the oxygen meter that you put on your finger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I got it. Those aren't very expensive. They get them at CVS. If I was you, I'd get one. And
my sister sent me one of those.
Oh, good.
Oh, wow.
What's your number? You stand between the red
Bro,
numbers?
You act like I know what those fucking numbers mean.
If you're 95 and 100. If you go above 100, that's bad. Yeah. If you go below 90, that's bad.
Yeah, I'm like 98 or something, 97. Okay. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm at 97.
But I did it not knowing the numbers. So I did it and I said, oh, all right.
Cool. I have a number.
I just went back to what I was doing.
Cool.
Yeah, I Googled it. It's if they said if you get down to like 88, it's an emergency and you got to get back to the hospital and get on a ventilator and shit. But
oh shit,
I'm in the normal range. Chest is a little heavy today.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm feeling good. It's just the back thing scared the shit out of me. But,
yeah.
And then of course being in that hospital and watching that guy. The thing is with that guy that I was really having the thoughts was, is that was just one guy in one room on one floor in one hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, and this poor guy couldn't see his wife, his kids, and and his grandkids were calling him. And
Probably scared shitless.
oh, he was, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the poor guy, you could tell he's a man. You could tell he was like a man's man too, like a
Mhm.
working man. He was all tatted up. And then when he would get off the phone with his family, he would just, nurse, I can't breathe. What am I going to do? Like scared, you know what I mean?
Oh.
And alone,
Yeah, that's the worst with it too, because people can't visit you, and
No,
and
it
you're
really
just
fucked
stuck
up.
alone.
Really,
That shit puts a lot of things in perspective. I mean,
Yeah.
I know Brent and I are going through it, but like, man, hearing shit like that, it's
oh,
like,
Yeah.
it's insane.
it's like
Especially when you hear so many people that we know that we've seen online and stuff, like denying that it's that big a deal, and
yeah.
people screaming about not wearing masks. It's like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, I know.
Get
Still
the
can't
fuck
taste
outta
or smell my own finger in my ass. Is that how you guys are testing it?
No, I don't think that's one way, I guess.
Oh, they tricked me. I looked at Reddit. What if I was doing shit like that? Like, friend, you're doing it all wrong. They said
you're doing it
Cheez-Its
wrong.
help.
How are
Cheez-Its
you?
don't help.
How are your symptoms, B? Like, what are you feeling?
Well, the last few days were worse than the beginning for me. Just a lot of sweating and freezing at the same time, and
Yep.
just looking like I'd been in a sauna for 4 days. I'm less
Right.
red today than I was on the Patreon, but I feel like Ray Charles in a withdrawal scene when I'm sleeping, just like shaking and shivering, and I can't smell and taste. But other than that, I'm lucky. You know what I mean?
Are you getting winded and tired easy?
I did a little bit, like when I tried to get on my workout bike and I was stupid. And then
Yeah.
I tried to do laundry and I carried my luggage, and this morning I was winded. And I went, well, that's
Yeah.
weird.
I did a load of laundry and I was like, okay, I need a nap for about 4 hours.
Yeah. I said, what is this? I go, this
Yeah.
sucks. Also, I
Bummer.
realized COVID teaches you how selfish people around you can be, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the amount of people who didn't give a shit about how I feel, but wanted to know my symptoms because they saw me like last month or something.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
Right.
And just the amount of shitheads I've been dealing with. Like,
getting
so is
the-
it a headache first? Like, you tell me now. And
Yeah,
I'm just
right.
like, I don't know, man.
Jesus Christ, that's so funny. But then you get the genuine people that are literally just genuinely checking in on you and like,
Oh yeah, sending me soup. I could not have more soup in my house,
yeah.
and I can't taste it, so it's just like
gotta-
wet noodles.
I got to shout out Tom over there at Stir Crazy Comedy Club, because me and Will had to cancel on him.
Yeah.
He actually legitimately called me just to check on me, not ask me when I can come back and all
Oh,
that. but,
that's
like,
nice.
just like, hope you're doing okay and that kind of thing. So it was nice.
That's good. You do find then there's some people that are really like genuine, that are
Yeah.
being like super nice about it.
Will, what about you,
Yeah.
dude? How you feeling?
I'm better now. I'd say it sounds like I had it worse than both you guys, COVID alone. I think because my first 2 days were brutal.
Mm.
Like,
And you guys were like, okay. Like I had like crazy headaches. I had a fever, but I was also justifying it because like, oh, I was trying to be like, I don't have COVID. I just,
Right.
I had a fever dream and I woke up with a fucking eye headache, but I was like, slept
we're
bad.
good.
Yeah, we're good. But yeah, I had it fucking like, basically I feel like I had a horrible hangover for like 2 or 3 days, just like mind numbing hangover.
That's how it kind of felt in the beginning, where I said I've had hangovers worse than this, is the way I was justifying
Yeah.
it. And
Right.
then I think I just kind of was over trying to act like I'm okay, because then the last few days have just been a real fucking shit show. But yeah, I think I never had the headache thing or
That was brutal. The fever shit was brutal. It was like,
Yeah.
that was tough. And I didn't have a thermometer, so I didn't even know if I had a fever. I was just like, I just know I feel like shit.
Oh, yeah.
It was one of those things.
What about did you have any back pain at all?
Yeah, I was kind of achy for like a day or two. Yeah, but
I've
that was
been
like
hearing a lot of people like, were
that
saying-
was like the least of my worries. Like I was a little congested, but I was like, give a fuck. I have allergies. This is the least of my
Right.
worries,
Mm.
But
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so and I think I lost my taste and smell like end of the 3rd day, I think, which more than anything, like that was so sad, because it's not like a quick turnaround. It's going to be a little while, and like just like now I'm sure Brent feels the same way. Like having now just not being able to taste shit, you're kind of used to it. Like you're just dealing with it. But like that
Can't tell if
realization,
I'm getting better.
but that realization though of like losing it, you're like, fuck. Like
You
now
land
I have to deal with this for knows how long. Like that was really fucking sad when I found out.
I think
I think Brent said he had it, and I was like, oh, I don't have that. Good, thank God I don't have that symptom. And
right. I mean, I talked to people that said that people were hitting me up online saying the only symptom that they had was like they lost their taste and smell for like 3 months.
Yeah, that's what
Nothing
I'm
else.
nervous
I'm
about.
like, whoa.
Yeah, you just don't know. That's things you don't know when it's going to come back. I've heard it's like some people it's like 8 days, some days it's 2 weeks, some crazy
crazy.
experiences are like months. So you just don't fucking know, which is terrifying.
it's crazy random too, like how random this shit is.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
I thought,
can't-
yeah. I mean, I
I
thought,
was looking up on CDC's website on when I could test again, and they're like, you don't really need to test again until like 3 months. Like 90 days, you're not going to get, it'll take about 90 days to get like an accurate test, because even if you're no longer contagious and your body's fighting it, it could still show a positive.
I know. I got to figure that out for
Yeah.
some work shit. But
Did this,
Yeah.
did the LA people call you? Did the
I got a text.
yeah,
I think I got a text, but I was already in bed at that point. I like,
yeah, they're just
I'm
trying
not
to
gonna
do,
do that shit if I'm not sick. So
right. They're just trying to do the tracking, I think.
yeah.
But I, it's whatever. It's like a 45-minute conversation. And
Oh, you talked to them. Oh shit.
I did too.
yeah,
Oh, I guess. Whoops.
yeah, I did.
just
But I
kinda
told them
looked at it.
everything about both of us because we were both on the same flight.
Okay, maybe that helped because they didn't call. I don't think they called me. Maybe
They asked me for your number, but I told them I couldn't do that.
yeah, because I was no, he's a super cool celebrity. He can't have his number.
He's kind of a public figure, so
They're like, this guy.
boo.
My penis went out for a second. That was
Yeah,
interesting.
That's interesting. That's a side effect I haven't heard yet.
Well, I don't know what I think it was attached to the back because my back I was cleaning up because when I'm sick I want things around me clean because it just makes me feel
Did it get
mentally.
sucked in even more than it usually is?
Yeah, the even more part really pissed me off a little bit. I don't know. I just got a weird pain like in the groin and in my penis when I reached down to grab a sock quickly.
Oh yeah.
And I was on the phone too, and I went, "Whoa!" I made that noise, and then somebody on the phone was like, "What was that?" I went, "My penis went out." Maybe it's just because it hasn't been used in so long. That's
Were
just
you on
like,
the phone
now-
with? Were you on the phone with work?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, my penis went out.
And I
Anyway,
said my penis went out. And I go, why do I say that to a creator of something?
that's so funny, man.
Oh, I was like scared it would have been a kidney stone. But other than that, other than a little penis problem,
Jeez,
know.
should we do emails? We got like 7 minutes.
Yeah. So if we want to
That's
do that, we'll just restart another room and then jump back in. Up to you guys.
Do we have emails?
Oh yeah.
I think
but
we
this one's
covered Corona.
yeah, we covered it, and this is important for people just to know we're okay. Just in
I'm
case. you
down
guys
for
care.
emails.
Let's do an email.
What was that?
Well, that's my stomach keeps doing. Is anybody's stomach making weird noises this week?
I just ate right now for the first time since yesterday.
Oh, really?
I feel so bad, man.
I want
I-
In and Out.
I don't. I feel bad. Elaine doesn't have any sense of smell or taste.
She doesn't. She
Mm-mm.
just lost it.
Yeah, and I got all of it.
Fuck. God damn it. I hate that.
Sucks.
That's the other part that sucks. Like if you're anybody with any form of conscience, if you're not a complete
Right.
sociopath, you just feel bad for anybody around you that has it.
I feel
you know?
bad for you guys. I don't feel bad for Brent, but I feel bad for.
I feel bad for Will.
I feel bad for Will.
Well, I
And,
also just this the fucking mouth thing has been worse than any COVID shit that I have. I had basically like got a temporary crown put in. There's like an infection in my mouth, so
Oh,
I've been dealing with that basically. That's like arguably been worse than COVID.
Oy.
But
yeah,
somehow
see,
my
me and you kind of have that similar because the back thing was way worse than COVID.
right, exactly, yeah.
Right.
But somehow my girl didn't get it, and she saw me like
Good.
Thursday night, and like
Okay.
she saw me, you know. and
Okay,
didn't-
all right, now you're bragging.
and
All
she
right.
didn't get it, so that's good at least.
Oh man,
Lost his V card. About
Yes.
time.
about time, baby. So
I-
Will has the tooth thing. I have the back thing, and Brent has the penis.
I got the penis. I had the weird penis thing.
You want to get into emails?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, let's do a couple. I think this first one is from Emily, and she has a Misheard lyric in addition to a couple other things.
Oh, nice. I love
What's
it.
up, Cubs? First of all, I love the idea of Brent doing Zoom speed dating. If he does it, sign me up. Secondly, I have a misheard lyric. When I was a kid, I thought Michael Jackson was saying, "Mama sang in the song that Michael sung."
Oh, that's
Mama
clever.
sang in the song the Michael sung. Mama sang in the song the Michael sung. Mama sang in the song the Michael sung. Oh, I love it.
What is
It's
it really?
It's actually an African saying, Mama say, Mama sa, Mama say, ya, mumakusa, or something like that.
Yep.
Mama say, Mama sa,
Mama
Mama.
sang in the song the Michael sung. That's really funny.
That's funny.
And she says, I was convinced as a child that my mom was a part of the chorus on Wanna Be Startin' Something. My parents didn't even tell me that. I would just assumed that if the lyric it was in there, it must be true. But
Must be
only for
true.
my mom, of course.
Hilarious.
Wow.
Mama sang on the song the Michael sung.
And finally, I'm a photographer, and I'd love to send you guys some prints for the den. I don't have any lions, unfortunately, but I think I have some that would complement Jason's son's work.
Oh, nice.
And
Nice.
I can't find the PO box info. Emily, just for you know, Jesus, it's in the YouTube description. So if anyone wants a PO box, it's in the YouTube description.
There it is.
That
Yeah,
goes for anyone.
We'd be glad to showcase some shit, man.
Yeah, we're artists ourselves. We're free spirit artists. So yes, of course, anything you have to send our way.
Brent just got real stuffy all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's so stuffed. I almost sneezed. Oh yeah.
Oh man, that's a good one. I like the Mama sang in the song that Michael sung.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's clever for her to even think that.
We got another one here from a Scott Evans. I don't think we've heard from this dude before, but he has what he calls a very fatty update.
Oh, good.
Hey guys, Scott Evans here. Wrote you a while back. All right, never mind. About romantic life during COVID, fatty sandwiches, and solo dancing to Madonna in the night. I mean, it sounds like Brent wrote this. A little update on how I'm doing since then. I tried to quit my sandwiches, or as I call them, my loves, but I need them. At this point, my belly has become so roundish that when people ask what's going on, I just tell them I'm having a baby, and I'm keeping it. So Papa, don't preach.
Hilarious.
Moving on. Love life. Now here, well, let's just say here's where things get a little bumpy. I've had 2 dates this year. Date number 1, nice girl, gave me a little COVID scare. Date number 2, COVID.
Oh fuck.
Don't get me wrong. I was being careful, wearing masks, staying home and distancing. It's just the way that things were getting lonely. And I guess I made a mistake. Anyways, I'm okay now. I did, however, experience something I call COVID dreams. And I thought I'd share one of them with you guys right now.
Please.
The dream began at the outbreak of the next great pandemic, a virus which we soon learned was not all that deadly, but had the potential over time to turn certain individuals into a toad. Every morning, I would awaken to look in the mirror and see if I was becoming more and more toad-like. As I realized that I was the only toad among my friends, I did what any toad in my situation would do. I began to hop. Eventually, I found myself on an island filled with those whom I called my kind. I had no idea how I got there or where I was until one of the toads looked at me and exclaimed, "Get to the bunker." I was in Ireland. It had become a land of toads, and they were really living it up. Drinking, bar fights, cocaine, and cabaret. It was nuts.
Oh.
All right, he goes on for a while, but that's his.
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious, by the way. Imagine if that was a thing, though, and you're the only one who's a toad. Like, it's the same as, like, can you smell and taste? You know, it'd be like people being like, are you fucking green today?
Are you green and bumpy? Because I'm feeling kind of green and bumpy right now.
I don't know. I'm slimy, but I'm not green. I don't know. I'm jumping higher, but I don't know.
Killing flies with my tongue. I don't know.
My girlfriend's extremely happy, but I don't know.
That was good. That was good.
Oh, wow. Fuck.
That's Scott Evans.
Scott Evans.
Scott Evans. Shout out to Scott Evans. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's almost stealable. I want to write that into something.
All right, we have a misheard lyric here from Yvonne. Hey guys, again, when I was a kid, I thought Stevie Nicks' age of 17 lyrics were just a lightning love instead of just a white-winged dove.
Just like a lightning love, sing song, singing. It's a white. What is the real lyric? It's like
just a white-winged dove.
Like a white-winged dove. I never even knew it was that. I didn't.
I still want to get to the point where someone can find a song that you don't know.
I know. I'm so happy Jason's here. This would be such a boring topic
there's not
if it was just us.
You did it. You don't know. You've literally known every single one.
Nice.
If it was just me and Will, I'd go, very nice. Okay, moving on to the next email. Like, with no idea what half these songs are. Once you sing it, I go, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that one. Just like a white-winged dove. And what did she think it said?
Just like a lightning love.
Just like a lightning love. I could hear it.
I kind of like Lightning Love.
Yeah,
Just
lightning
like
love sounds.
Lightning love.
Sounds like
Something.
I like the way we're doing this.
Good.
And she says, the first boy I ever had a crush on in high school was a huge music nerd, and he corrected me. My crush on that guy ended pretty quickly after. No one likes to know it all.
Yeah, no one likes to know it all.
I hate know-it-alls.
It's really cute that you're saying like lightning love, but it's actually a white-winged dove. So
Yeah.
I don't want to see you anymore.
Yeah, it's like somebody when you're like, so anyways, it's anyway. Anyways isn't a word. Go on. Okay, I'll go on to never see you again.
Yeah,
because this is the end of this.
And then we have another one here from Natalie. She sent us in that like cute as shit dog that looks like Jack. Jason, remember him? And you were like, what kind of dog is he? Like, he looks adorable. And she wrote in and she says, the subject line is multi, not just one poo. She says, "Oh, Will, that was quick and hilarious and had me laughing for a good while." I don't even remember saying that, but
it sounds like a Will.
Yeah.
Clever.
My little guy is a Shih Tzu Maltese. I guess he's not so little, as he's about to be 18 pounds, despite his parents.
Whoa.
18 pounds, despite his parents both being less than 10.
Wow.
And wait, I'm going to share my screen to show you this picture of this dog, because Jesus Christ, this is one of the cutest dogs I've ever seen. Hold on one second.
And what's Jack?
Jack's a cockapoo. Part miniature cocker spaniel, part miniature poodle.
Yeah, because
wow, give me that.
I think I want a dog like that.
That's adorable. Look at that face he's making.
Jeez.
So cute. I would think of the same thing. I'm like, I want this fucking dog.
Is that a girl dog or a boy dog? Send us its penis.
My little guy. Yeah, well, Jason.
Do us a favor. Send us its penis.
She says my little guy.
Send us your dog's penises out there. Just make sure everybody at line.
We're clear on the sex of the dog. I'd like to see penis, please.
I don't like petting female dogs with those nipples, you know. It's like reading Braille.
That one got me. Oh shit. She says little guy.
Yeah, my little guy. Yeah.
That's what I call my little guy.
Send us its penis. Send us all your dog's penises. We'll put it on the show.
Yep.
Wow.
Satisfied hamsters and dog penis.
There you go.
I'll never forget this in my entire life.
Wow.
That's so funny. Oh man.
That laugh hurt me.
Me too.
Yeah,
Jason, be careful if your back goes out on this.
That'd be such good ratings though. If you're
keep it running.
The Zoom is on and they're just wheeling you out in a stretcher. And you're just, we are friends.
Yeah, be so viral.
Credits.
Send us your dog's penis. Hold still, sir.
Oh man. Oh, what a nightmare.
Oh, God. PTSD for years.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
For sure.
More? Yeah. Do you want? Up to you guys. You want to keep going?
Sure.
We can do one more.
Let me find one more.
Penis is pretty funny.
Oh, you know what? Let's do a would you rather. We've done so many misheard lyrics. Emily wrote us in another email with a would you rather. Hey guys, I came up with this at 1 a.m. I feel like those were always the best ones in the middle of the night. Would you rather live life as a furry or as a brony? For reference, furries are the ones who dress up in what is basically elaborate mascot costumes. And bronies are guys who are way into My Little Pony. There's a whole documentary about it.
Yeah, furry, right?
Furry, yeah. Because I can't get into My Little Pony. The song bugs the shit out of me. My Little Pony, My Little Pony.
I mean, you know that song too?
Yeah.
You know Little Pony songs, and you just ask for a little dog's penis. I would say furry too, so weird. I could wear different furry outfits.
Yeah, you know? And then if you have a favorite team, you can wear that furry. I could be the Ram.
Yeah, you could be those would be scary furries. Though, if I was a Patriot guy and you were the Ram guy, we would just look like rapist Muppets walking into those nice bunny parties.
Bunny parties.
Well, I always think they're big bunnies, right? Or something.
I just pictured a bunch of furries facing off with a bunch of brownies or whatever, and getting into a brawl. Just a big furry brawl, just hair everywhere. My little pony.
And at least as a furry too, at least you're like a bunch of furries are like fucking each other. Like that's a pretty common thing.
Yeah.
So, but if you're a brony, but bronies, no one's fucking the My Little Pony guy. So
that's weird. You don't want to be the guy that's fucking a pony, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather fuck a panda.
But also, how are they fucking with those fur outfits on? They got holes cut out, huh?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
so.
there's a little hole.
There was an episode in Entourage about it.
Yeah, that's the only reason I know it was the Entourage.
I think me too, frankly.
Didn't you say there was like a documentary about it or some shit?
She said the brony thing. There's a documentary about dudes who are really into My Little Pony. Which, I mean, Jesus Christ, the fact that that's a documentary subject.
I will never watch that documentary.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Unless there's murder.
Oh, My Little Pony murderer would be terrifying.
Speaking of which, watch the Cecil Hotel documentary.
That's what it is. Yeah, I started it. It freaks me out.
It's so good, dude.
Cecil Hotel documentary? Crime Scene.
It's called Crime Scene. It's on Netflix, and it's about the Hotel Cecil there in downtown LA. Ooh, it's crazy.
Oy.
Oh, can I also, I wanted to shout out the best thing I've seen during all this is it's a show from a couple years ago, The Night of.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a freaky one.
I've been waiting a long time to see it. And I
HBO one,
finally
right?
watched it. Yeah.
With Adnan, whatever.
Yep.
That
Unbelievable.
shit is so good, dude.
Yeah.
Isn't that a true story?
No,
No,
it's
no.
not. It's not serial. No, it's just it's a similar type of subject.
It has it.
But it's
I never
John
finished it.
Turturro in it. You didn't finish it, man. I couldn't
No,
stop. I watched it all.
I got too anxious watching it when I first came out, and then I just forgot to go back to it.
Dude, it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
I love that kind of stuff.
it's scary because that's the kind of like irrational dream, like fears I always have, like just being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and then just you did it, and it's like what?
I think that's what makes it so powerful. It's like you could find yourself in that situation. It's not that outlandish.
No.
It's so good. And his the way he changes while he's in prison and
Yep.
stuff. That guy is such a good fucking actor. That dude is so good, man.
Riz Ahmed or something.
Riz Ahmed, yeah. I didn't even know he's British. The whole show, I was like, oh,
Dude is so
he's
good,
British?
man.
Jesus. Yeah.
They're all
He was in one of the Star Wars movies, I think Rogue One.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just wanted to shout that out.
I've been binging some random shit. Like I binged all in one night, that Cecil Hotel one, binged it all in one night. I binged in one day, I binged the latest season of The Sinner.
The Sinner.
The Sinner on Netflix.
The first season of The Sinner is one of my favorite things I've ever seen.
Bro,
With
What
Jessica
is it?
Biel.
I've watched all three now. Yeah, Jessica Biel, and now she's like executive produces the other ones too. Dude, it's
Is it different each season, different cast? or
yeah,
something?
but it's so the stories are so crazy and good.
Huh.
But
Check that out.
Bill Pullman is the guy that plays the detective. He's amazing. Then I just binged all in one day. I binged the animated series of Jurassic Park.
Really?
Bro, between murder shows and that, I mean,
Season 2, you know? And it's so hard to watch. It's so good because I love Jurassic Park and that kind of stuff, but it's the cartoon. The animation's amazing, the dinosaurs, but it's like it's a bunch of kids, so it's a bunch of teenagers, and it's just like, does every fucking line have to be sarcasm and trying to be funny? Every single fucking line. I want to like tell all the writers out there doesn't have to be a joke every single line.
Mm-hmm.
It's so annoying when people do that. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. And it's like these teenagers all talking to each other like assholes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But once you get, that was trying to kind of taking me out of it. But once you get past that, it's pretty entertaining. I mean, plus I was bored out of my mind.
I thought you're gonna say you were fucked up on drugs. You're watching this Jurassic Park kids show.
I didn't get my Percocet. Not yet.
I took an edible and watched this thing on Hulu that's really just fucked up. I don't know if I could say it's good or bad, but it's called Mr. Pickles. Have you seen this? It's about a Satan dog. It's an animated series about a Satanist dog. It's really fucking weird and fucked up.
I mean, on an edible too. Jesus.
Yeah. I couldn't tell if I liked it. I just went, this is really weird. He keeps putting his head in his like the mom's ass because she's got big tits and ass. Like he's just always doing really.
What is this on?
It's on Hulu, I think. It's like because I was watching Rick and Morty, it recommended Mr. Pickles.
Oh,
I thought,
course.
maybe that's from the pickle episode. Nope. This dog is just ripping throats out and doing
That's
weird.
weird.
It's bizarre. It's one of those really fucked
I've been
up
watching a lot
cartoons.
of weird shit.
I finally watched The Boys on Amazon.
How many
really?
seasons are out on that?
There's 2, and I binged the first season.
Is it good?
It's not bad.
It's good. It's good. I think it's a little too highly rated on IMDb. It's like number 70 of all time, like of all TV shows. And I was like, I guess I should watch it. It's pretty fucking wild. It's basically as if like the Avengers was like rated R and like super graphic and intense.
Right. And then the superheroes in real life are shitty people. Kinda.
Exactly. Yeah. It's pretty. It's really interesting.
Yep. I was trying to take a break because I've been watching that impeachment trial. It's over, by the way. They acquitted him. He's not guilty. But
oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, way to go.
Taking a break from that shit.
Yeah.
And just watch. And now I'm just watching The Office again,
Mhm.
trying not to lose my mind. I watched a few random movies. I watched this movie called Suspect Zero last night, which was interesting, about a serial killer that hunted serial killers, kind of like a Dexter thing.
Shit.
What's that guy's name? I can't remember who played in it. But yeah, it's crazy when you're home alone and you're not just quarantining, but we have to isolate for the first little bit. So you're like, what do I watch? I've never spent this much time in my bedroom as now.
Yeah, it doesn't work for what we are.
Right. I was
You
thinking
know?
about taking a drive today, but I don't know.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I was like,
It felt good. I did it when I picked up this medicine from my mouth. I went to like a drive-through and picked it up. It
That's
felt
the
kind
cool
of, felt
thing
kind
about
of nice.
the CVS drive-through is pretty dope. It's like there's no contact. It's all sealed up, and then they don't even want to touch your insurance card. So yeah.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yep.
Like,
Wait, Jay, why do you and Elaine have to be separate from each other if you both got COVID?
We looked it up. It's just said it's a good idea.
oh, really?
Yeah, because we may have gotten it at separate times or something. I don't know.
Well, it's better safe than sorry.
Better safe.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
That's really good to
Plus,
know.
I feel like I have more symptoms than she does, and she's not having any. The only symptom she has is the smell and taste thing.
Yeah, which I hear is a sign of mild, according to my older brother.
Yeah.
So that's a positive thing.
That
Also,
means I'm dying because I could taste and smell everything.
Oh yeah, you're dying. Everything tastes delicious.
Yeah,
He
what if-
died.
What have you guys heard about the antibodies? Because like I'm trying to find the silver lining and like, oh, I'm safe now or whatever. But like,
You could.
I don't know. It sounds like
could
you can still
definitely
get
get
it
it.
somehow.
You could still get it. I did hear that the antibodies test is a little expensive, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep looking into that. But I feel like they say they're even saying once you get fully vaccinated, still avoid people, still wear the masks, still do all that because think about it, it's a brand new vaccine.
Yeah.
They don't know how long it can last.
Mhm.
You know, this might be a vaccine that you have to get again in a year, like the flu shot.
Mhm.
You never know. So they're working it out. And I know one of the other companies is coming out with a 1 shot instead of the 2. Because my mom got her first shot and then she gets like on the 16th or something, she gets her second one. And then I heard the second one for a lot of people is a nightmare.
Yeah.
I heard the second one is making people sick for a few days. And
My girl got her second one and she was like real sick.
Yeah.
My dad just got his. That's why I was on the phone. My dad, he just got his second one and he's fine. He said he had a light headache. He said, Brent, just remember, we come from a long lineage of people that survived the Spanish flu, which was one of the worst. And I said, why am I sitting here like a pussy fucking not doing well for 10 days? So
I know
it was good news I heard from my dad, at least for that old man.
I'm still going to get it. It's a way out for me, but I'm still going to get it.
I would do it,
People
especially
that I
since we
talk
had
to,
it.
people that we know. Yeah. Michelle Stevenson, that comedian, that Chilean girl, she's in the medical field. She's like, still get it. Even though you've gotten them, you still get the vaccine and all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to do it.
Remember Renee Garcia?
Yeah.
Renee Garcia called me yesterday. He's back full-time nursing and all that stuff. And he was like, dude, thanks so much for bringing awareness. But also like, he's like, get the fucking vaccine, get that shit. So,
yeah.
People that are on the front lines dealing with it are like, I got to give them so much fucking respect and props. And that's who I'm listening to,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I don't need to listen to every LA person thinks they're a doctor because they read a vlog
or they went out for a part on Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. Yeah. When I had sides for this pilot, bye.
Right.
No, I hear you.
Right on, guys. Well, this was fun.
Yeah. Informative.
Show must go on. Hey, we didn't even do business. Welcome back to the Lions Den podcast. We didn't even do that at the beginning.
Whatever. We got more important things to talk about. They know what this is.
Yeah.
Please continue to rate and review on Apple Podcasts. Give us 5-star rating and a glowing review, and we'll try to read it if we know how to read, if we're alive, or if we have taste or smell.
Yep.
Don't forget to go on YouTube, obviously, where you're at now. Lions Den with Brent Morin, James Collings, and a YouTube Clips channel. And as always, for your members only content, patreon.com/Lions Den Pod. Did it. And of course, the P.O. box is in the description, right?
Yes.
Yep. Sweet.
So send us gifts. Nike Air Jordan 1s, size 11.
Mm-hmm. Your dog's penis, whatever you want. Just
What if we just get a bunch of dog penises?
I know we are now because
remember back in the day. Back in the day, this thing that people did in like the 80s and was they had a lucky rabbit's foot.
Oh yeah.
And they would rub. Now we're gonna get like dog penises and stuff.
Hey guys, what happened to the Lions Den? They started getting a lot of penises. They had to shut down. A lot of lawsuits.
Yeah, they got flagged by PETA.
All right, kids. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you two guys in real life.
Yep.
It'll probably be a couple weeks or so. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. Let's all stay healthy and get better.
All right, guys. Love you.
Love you too.
Later.
Later.
We are friends, digging each other.